This is Grace Time TV. In this episode, we shall be showcasing a movie titled, A Christian Man and a Problem of Hypertension. Notice that the Bible in the book of Philippians 4:6-7 says, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God." Prayer is the master key. This is one truth and aphorism that has transcended all ages. However, there is this truth that prayer elicits the relaxation response, which lowers blood pressure and other factors heightened by stress. Secondary control. Prayer releases control mechanisms to something greater than oneself, which can reduce the stress of needing to be in charge. This is Grace Time TV. Please subscribe and follow us for more Christian videos and updates. Hit the subscription button and remain blessed.
Good morning, Chief Marcus. May I know your complaints, sir?
All right. I have been having this severe headache for more than 3 days now. Getting here, one of your nurses checked my vitals and told me that my blood pressure is potentially high, which suggests that I am in high risk of hypertension. What exactly is hypertension, doctor? I have heard people mention this hypertension as being deadly. Please, what are the risk factors? The signs and symptoms? Are there possible treatments, and finally, are there some preventive protocols to adopt, Dr. Raymond?
Calm down, Chief Marcus. We got you covered here in High Point Medical Hospital. You are asking too many questions at the same time. Be rest assured that all your fears and concerns shall be addressed adequately. Now, Chief Marcus, hypertension or high blood pressure is when the pressure in your blood vessels is too high. It is common but can be serious if not treated. People with high blood pressure may not feel symptoms. The only way to know is to get your blood pressure checked. However, an estimated 1.28 billion adults aged 30 to 79 years worldwide have hypertension, and 2/3 living in low and middle income countries. An estimated 46% of adults with hypertension are unaware that they have the condition. Less than half of adults, 42%, with hypertension are diagnosed and treated. Approximately 1 in 5 adults, 21%, with hypertension have it under control. Hypertension is a major cause of premature deaths worldwide. One of the global targets for non-communicable diseases is to reduce the prevalence of hypertension by 33% between 2010 and 2030. A person with hypertension may not notice any symptoms. Without detection, hypertension can damage the heart, blood vessels, and other organs, such as the kidneys. The only way to know is to get your blood pressure checked. Blood pressure is written as 2 numbers. The first is systolic blood pressure, that is, a number that represents the pressure in blood vessels when the heart contracts or beats. The second one is diastolic blood pressure, that is, a number that represents the pressure in the vessels when the heart rests between beats. Hypertension is diagnosed if, when it is measured on 2 different days, the systolic blood pressure readings on both days is greater than or equal to 140 mm mercury, and or the diastolic blood pressure readings on both days is greater than or equal to 90 mm mercury. Now, there are so many preventive and adaptable protocols. Some lifestyle changes can help lower high blood pressure. These include eating a healthy diet, low-salt diet, losing weight, being physically active, quitting tobacco intake and high alcohol consumption. If you have high blood pressure, your doctor may recommend one or medicines depending on the severity, and other health conditions like cardiovascular disease, heart disease or stroke, diabetes, high blood sugar, chronic kidney disease, high risk for cardiovascular disease. For most people, the goal is to have a blood pressure less than 140/90.
Interesting. Now, what are the possible risk factors?
Now, concerning the risk factors, I would want you to know that a number of factors increase the risk of hypertension. Number 1. Age. Hypertension is more common in people who are over 65 years old. Blood pressure can increase steadily with age, as the arteries stiffen and get narrow due to plaque or cholesterol buildups. Number 2. Ethnicity. Some ethnic groups are more prone to hypertension than others. African Americans have a higher risk than other ethnic groups. Number 3. Overweight or obesity is a primary risk factor for hypertension. Number 4. Alcohol and tobacco use. Regularly consuming large quantities of alcohol or tobacco can increase blood pressure. Number 5. Sex. According to a 2018 review, males have a higher risk of developing hypertension than females. However, this is only until females reach menopause. Number 6. Existing health conditions, cardiovascular disease, diabetes, chronic kidney disease, and high cholesterol levels can lead to hypertension, especially as people get old.
Obviously, I can now accept my fate as a victim due to my old age. Please tell me, what is the relationship between hypertension and stroke?
High blood pressure can lead to a stroke in several ways. It damages blood vessel walls and makes them weaker. It can speed up common forms of heart disease. It can cause blood clots or plaques to break off artery walls and block a brain artery.
So ignorance and illiteracy have been the reason why so many uninformed individuals attribute stroke to witchcraft attacks and persecutions from the village people, not knowing that it is a treatable medical condition. I pray that God blesses you immensely for this invaluable medical information, Dr. Raymond.
Now, this takes us to treatments. It is important to note that lifestyle changes can help lower high blood pressure. These include eating a healthy diet, low salt intake, losing weight through exercise, being physically active, quitting tobacco and high alcohol intake. If you have high blood pressure, your doctor may recommend one or more medicines. Your recommended blood pressure goal may depend on what other health conditions you have. Some important medications includes, number 1. Acetylcholinesterase inhibitors. These drugs includes enalapril and lisinopril. These drugs help to relax blood vessels and prevent kidney damage. Number 2. Angiotensin II receptor blockers, ARBs, including losartan and telmisartan. They relax blood vessels and prevent kidney damage. Number 3. Calcium ion channel blockers. Examples of these drugs includes amlodipine and felodipine. They help to relax blood vessels. Number 4. Diuretics. These class of hypertensive drugs includes hydrochlorothiazide and chlorthalidone. They help to eliminate extra water from the body, thereby lowering blood pressure. Now, let's consider some preventive protocols. Here, it is advisable to eat more vegetables and fruits, sit less, be more physically active, which can include walking, running, swimming, dancing or activities that build strength, like lifting weights. Get at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes per week of vigorous aerobic activity. Do strength building exercises 2 or more days each week. Lose weight if you're overweight or obese. Take medicines as prescribed by your healthcare professional. Keep appointments with your healthcare professional. However, don't eat too much salty food. Try to stay under 2 grams per day. Don't eat foods high in saturated fats. Don't smoke or use tobacco. Again, don't drink too much alcohol or share your medication. Notice that reducing hypertension prevents heart attack, stroke and kidney damage, as well as other health problems. I am sure at this point, Chief Marcus, you will be tempted to re-emphasize your early question. I am talking about signs and symptoms. Science has proven that most people with hypertension may not feel any symptom. However, high blood pressures can cause headaches, blurred vision, chest pain and other symptoms. Checking your blood pressure is the best way to know if you have high blood pressure. If hypertension isn't treated, it can cause other health conditions like kidney disease, heart disease and stroke. People with very high blood pressure, usually 180/120 or higher, can experience symptoms such as severe headaches, chest pain, dizziness, difficulty breathing, nausea, vomiting, blurred vision, etc. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms and a high blood pressure, seek care immediately. The only way to detect hypertension is to have a health professional measure blood pressure. Having blood pressure measured is quick and painless. Although individuals can measure their own blood pressure using automated devices, an evaluation by a health professional is important for assessment of risk and associated conditions. Finally, there are 10 ways to control your high blood pressure. They are as follows. Number 1. Exercise regularly. Number 2. Eat a balanced diet. Number 3. Reduce the intake of sodium chloride, salt, in your diet. Number 4. Limit the amount of alcohol you drink. Number 5. Quit smoking. Number 6. Cut back on caffeine intake. Number 7. Reduce your stressful activities. Number 8. Monitor your blood pressure at home and see your doctor regularly. Number 9. Burn your excessive calories. Number 10. Take your medicine regularly according to your doctor's prescription.
Thank you so much, doctor, and do extend my warmth regards to your family.
The pleasure is mine, and you take good care of yourself.